So welcome back. Hopefully you're enjoying the SLDS workshop, whether you joined us in person or you're joining us virtually. Today, or this part, is going to talk about the GOFAR system, which allows us to pull test items which have been vetted and surveyed and looked at by the State Department. So hopefully when you're preparing your students for the milestones or the EOGs or the EOCs or whatever acronym we're calling these nowadays, you will be able to pull items from this test bank to use in your review or something like that. Now, I did get a question recently, and it says they're copyrighted. What does that mean? So you do need to be careful when you don't put these online. Don't print them out and scan them and put them up on like your website or something crazy like that, because they are State Department released items. You can use them for review, you can use them with students, you can copy them, you can do whatever you want to do with them. The copyright, I contacted the State Department. The copyright basically says that they cannot be used by a third party, which means we cannot give them to someone maybe in like South Carolina as an educator or like a private school and then utilize them. And we also can't publish them. So you can't, put them in your review book that then you sell to other third grade teachers around the state or something. Okay, so that is kind of where that goes as far as copyright. So how do you pick items? When you get to the GOFAR tab, which is what's right here, it's going to pull up a nice little filtering system. It's very similar to the way that you search for resources. You select your grade. Sorry about that. You select your grade, and you also can pick down to the subject. You can pick the domains. You can pick as much information as you want. And so I'm going to pick science just because that's what I teach. And you can, pick all the way down to biology or whatever items you want to pick. So if I want to look at SB1 in biology, I can do that, and I can click search. And it's going to pull up a whole bunch of test items that you can preview and then add to your cart, which we're going to talk about in just a second. So if you preview this item and you like it, and you say, okay, this sounds good. This is about, macromolecules, and it fits good with my standard, so I want to add this. As you add, you'll see, just like a shopping cart, this cart will get bigger, or it will fill up. And once you have your items in your cart that you want to select, you just click here, and it will show them to you. Now, you can preview all of them, or you can create a new test with the cart. Now, one thing I will tell you is if you want to just steal a couple items from here to use on like a worksheet or a test or something like that, then you can screenshot them, or you can use, a tiny take to grab it as an image, or however you want to do that. That would probably be simpler than creating an entire test. The test creation part is more for if you wanted to create an assessment in your data teams that everybody is going to use, or you want to publish an assessment for each standard and then use those. So it's more of a formalized process. Using one or two items, it might be simpler to just grab the item. Okay, so and I said steal before, but it's legal for you to use it. It just might be easier to grab it item by item. So let's say hypothetically, though, that you have created this test and you do want to publish it out and you do want to use it as an assessment. So I'm going to show you one that I've already created. What you would do is you just say create new test with cart, and you would fill in the test detail and the attributes. Now, when you do this, I'm not going to do this because I don't want to create this test because I just kind of messed around here. I didn't really put a lot of thought into this. Okay, so when I go back to test creation, you see all the tests that have been created. And if you wanted to even preview these or use them, like Donna Smith created one for math, and you could open this up and you could edit it or use it however you wanted to. Okay, so I've created this one, so we're going to say preview, and you can look at this, and then you see this wonderful little button up here that says print, and you can print it. So if you're wanting to create an entire test or entire quiz then this is the option for you. If you're just wanting 1 or 2 items, you may want to grab them a different way. Now, at the bottom, this is the copyright notice that I was talking about. So it says, used by the Department of Education, items should be used in a third-party system. So that means like a private school or South Carolina or Florida or somewhere else. And they can't be displayed publicly, so they can't be published out on the website or something like that. Okay, so if you're having any concerns or you need help with anything in the process, just let me know. I highly recommend TinyTake to grab individual images or screenshots. I can put a link on the workshop to that you can download it and use that. It's a great little application. So any other questions, please contact me and I'll be glad to help you in any way I can. Thanks. Have a great day.